it's me, Brittany B, and I'm back for another book haul. Book Outlet Edition, Library, and Books A Million. Got some good juicy books that I'm excited to read in the upcoming month of November, because October I have a few on my list that I'm not done yet. So let's get started. The first book in my book haul is There's Someone Inside Your House. I just keep looking like, oh. But anyway, I'm excited to read this book because I think I'm gonna do this in the month of October because it's a little spooky, thriller-ish. It is. Let's read what it's about. It's been almost a year since McKinney Young came to live with her grandmother in landlocked Nebraska, and she's still adjusting to her new life and still haunted by her past in Hawaii. Then one by one, the students of her small town high school begin to die in a series of gruesome murders, each with increasing and grotesque flair. As the terror grows closer and the hunt intensifies for the killer, McKinney will be forced to confront her own dark secret. Stephanie Perkins, bestseller author of Anna and the French Kiss, returns with the first take on the classic teen slasher story that's fun, quick-witted, and completely impossible to put down. I'm excited about this. It should be very interesting. Following in my realm of thrillers, mysteries, here comes People Like Us. It's Here Comes People Like Us. I've always been seeing it on other people's read list, and I haven't read it yet. I'm excited to read it. Okay. Kate Donovan may have skeletons in her closet, but the past is the past, and she reinvented herself entirely. Now she's a star soccer player whose group of gorgeous friends run their private school with effortless popularity and acrobatic wit. But when a girl's body is found in the lake, Kay's carefully constructed life begins to topple. The dead girls have left Kay a computer-coded scavenger hunt, which as it ravels begins to implicate suspect after suspect until Kay herself is in the crosshairs of a murder investigation. But if Kay's finally backed into a corner, she'll do whatever it takes to survive, because at Bates Academy, the truth is something you make, not something that happened. Ooh, this sounds very interesting. Gives me kind of like Pretty Little Liar vibes or something like that, and I love Pretty Little Liars and I love mystery books, so I'm just very excited about that. This one of those books I was like, I just bought the cover. I picked it up because of the cover, and then I was like, what is it about? The back of the book says, Ruth Carver has always competed like her life depends on it. Ambitious, tough, maybe even mean. It's no wonder people call her ruthless. Okay, she wakes up with a concussion in bed of a moving pickup truck. Ruth realizes she has been entered into a contest she can't afford to lose. At a remote riding cabin deep in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Ruth's blindfold comes off and she finds herself face to face with her captor. A man who believes his mission is to punish bad girls like Ruth. A man who has done this 6 times before. The other girls were never heard from again, but Ruth won't go down easy. She escapes into the wilderness, but her hunter is close at her heels. That's when the real battle begins. That's when Ruth must decide just how far she'll go in order to survive. This just seems straight out of a Lifetime movie, or just like a good teen thriller movie, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this book, and it's a short read. Books A Million, and it's on the bargain sale, only $2.97. So you mean, let's do this. Here's another library book. It's called Cheerleaders, and I picked up because of the cover and because of the name, because I was a cheerleader, and I was like, I want to read a cheerleader book. But this is a cheerleader book that has a lot of edge and feather and sass. And may I even say it? Okay. First, there was a car accident. 2 girls dead after hitting a tree on a rainy night. Not long after the murders happened, those 2 girls were killed by the man next door. The police shot him, so no one will ever know his reasons. Monica's sister was the last cheerleader to die. After her suicide, Sunnybrook High School disbanded the cheer squad. No one wanted to be reminded of the girls they lost. That was 5 years ago. Now the faculty and students at Sunnybrook High wants to remember the lost cheerleaders. But for Monica, it's not that easy. She just wants to forget about it. Only Monica's world is starting to unravel. There are letters in her stepdad's desk, an unearthed year-old cell phone, a strange event at school. Whatever happened 5 years ago isn't over. Some people in town know more than they're saying, and somehow Monica is at the center of it all. There are no more cheerleaders in Sunnybrook. That doesn't mean everyone is safe. Oh, anyone is safe. So this looks good. It's in the realm of the People Like Us book. It's the same like thickness to it, kind of like the same cover and everything. But this book is by Kara Thomas, and this one was by Dana Milley. I'm super excited to read it. I feel like when I read this one, I should read this one at the same time. I feel like it gives me the same vibes and feels, and I'm here for it. Okay, so this book is for Christian fiction. I think it's in the new adult category, and it's from Vanessa Riley. She has a lot of great Christian books, and I got it from her, and she signed it. Really, thank you much for the support. I'm super excited to read it, and let me just give you like a little short spiel. It's what if superheroes were mortals who lived and loved during the Regency. The Heart of the Hero series tells all. This is like a historic fiction book. I've never been into historic fiction. Well, I guess I've never been into it, but I just never read any. So this is gonna be my first one to read. It seems interesting. Basically, just seems like a girl who's trying to have revenge for her family. Back in the old days, she's a slave. She has to get this other killer to help because she wants to poison the person, use her powers. Not powers, I'm off with powers and stuff, but uses her cooking ability and poison the man that killed her family. So it should be interesting. You will see. So let's get to the part where I judge the book price cover for my book outlet haul, and I picked up 4 beauties that I just like the cover of it, and then I was like, let me go see if the book's actually good. And I checked the reviews on what was that site called? The book actually good. So this is the book right here, The Summer of Chasing Mermaids. I thought the cover was gorgeous. I love the girl's curly hair. And then it says author of Scandal in the 20 Boy Summer. I don't know what that is, but it seemed like that was a good book. So let's see what's about. Christian smiled again, his eyes green and gold, and the flickering candlelight shifted. For the second time that night, he seemed to be looking at me in the darkness. Though I knew it was impossible for him to see my face, still I met his gaze, and neither of us looked away, even as he pursed his lips and extinguished the candles, until nothing remained beyond the glass between us but smoke and wishes. Very flowery, very descriptive, and I felt like I was just there with her, waiting for the kiss, waiting for the romance, and I'm here for this book. Looks so pretty, can't wait to read it. Here goes another book. It's called A Semi-Definite List of Worst Nightmares. The title itself was like, okay, this looks interesting. It was purple, my favorite color, so I was like, why not give it a chance? I mean, what's gonna go wrong? USA Today said the most romantic read of the season. There's a lot of other people who, support it. Ooh, this blurb is just way too long. I'm gonna just read like the first paragraph of it and then the last paragraph. Just kidding. That blurb is really long, like so long. Ever since Esler's solar grandmother met death, her entire family has been cursed to suffer one great fear in a lifetime, a fear that would eventually lead each and every one of them to their graves. Take Esther's father, for instance. He's an agoraphobe who hasn't left the basement in 6 years. Then there's her twin brother Eugene, whose fear of the dark goes far beyond the things that goes bump in the night, and her mother Rosemary is absolutely terrified of bad luck. As for Esther, she managed to escape the curse so far. She doesn't yet have a great fear because she avoids pretty much everything. Elevators, small spaces, crowds, anything that might trigger a phobia is off limits and meticulously recorded in her semi-definite list of worst nightmares. Esther thinks she has it all figured out until she reunited with an old elementary school classmate and her first crush, Joan of Smallwood. The encounters leave her stranded at a bus stop and swindle out of her phone all her cash, a fruit roll-up she's been saving, and her list not mention her dignity. But the theft is also the beginning of an unexpected friendship between the two, one that sends the pair on an glorious and powerful journey of self-discovery as they try to break the curse that consumes Esther's family. Together they face their greatest fears, one deliberating phobia at a time, only to discover the one fear they had encountered on love. So cute. So like these two books I just talked about, this was by Crystal Sutherland. They're like really gonna be good for like a good cute little cuddled up winter cozy romance book when I'm in the romance mood. Okay, so this book I thought was really lit. I love the color of it. I love the cover, and just thought it looked cool, so I was like, might as well buy it and give it a chance. This is called City of Saints and Thieves. The more you see, the less you know. That right there, I was like, okay. Tina and her mother first arrived in Kenya as refugees from Congo, desperately searching for a better life. Traveling the perimeter of their beachside village for the busy metropolis of Shanghai, they can barely believe their luck when Tina's mother finds work as a maid for the Grey Hills, one of the city's most illustrious families. But there's a dark secret lurking behind the family's immense fortune, and when Tina discovers her mom shot dead in Miss Grey Hill's private study, she knows he pulled the trigger. With the revenge in her mind, Tina spends the next 4 years surviving the streets on her own, training as a master thief with the Goondas, Shanghai City's local gang. It's a job with the Goondas that finally brings her a long-awaited chance for vengeance. But once Tina returns to the lavish house, she's overcome by her memories of her painful past, and the girl who does not exist is caught red-handed, and the girl who does not exist is caught red-handed, setting into motion a breathless and dangerous cascade of events that will expose not only the truth behind who killed Tina's mother, but even more harrowing secrets from the Tina's past that would change everything. A fast-paced, nail-biting thriller. This thing's really good. It's like a quest for revenge, kind of like the show Revenge. Have you ever seen that? That was like really good. Watch it. I think it's on Netflix, but it sounds really interesting. I'm super excited for it. City of Saints and Thieves, Natalie C. Anderson. The last book on this list of a bunch of books is Jessica Corey, The Forbidden Wish. Ooh. This book, The Forbidden Wish, I just kind of like, it gave me like Aladdin Genie vibes, and I don't know, it seemed interesting. So from the cover, I judged the book from the cover. And here's what it's about. When Aladdin discovers Zara's genie lamp, Zara steps back into the world she hasn't seen in hundreds of years, a world where magic is forbidden and Zara's very existence is illegal. She must disguise herself to stay alive using ancient shape-shifting magic until her new master has selected his 3 wishes. But when the king of the jinn offers Zara a chance to be free of her lamp forever, she sees the opportunity only to discover she has fallen in love with Aladdin. When saving herself means betraying him, Zara must decide once and for all, is winning her freedom worth losing her heart. As time unravels and her enemies close in, Zara finds herself suspended between danger and desire in this dazzling retelling of Aladdin's story from the acclaimed author Jessica Corey. So when I said to Mommy Aladdin, boom! Ah! It is Aladdin! Plot twist. Mind blown. But anyways, what a retelling of Aladdin. I love Aladdin. I love the book. I love the movies, animation, the recent movie. Yes. So this retelling should be very interesting because that means Aladdin falls in love with the genie and doesn't fall in love with Jasmine. So like, what the heck? And I feel like it should be something different, something really different. Like, who thinks to retell Aladdin? I feel like it's gonna be some mystery, some intrigue, some fun. But I'm excited for it. I think it could be a good read. And yeah. So that is my book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell me if you're gonna read any of the books I've listed, or if you read some, or just any type of thing you're thinking about, because I like to talk and I like to chat. But thanks. I'll be back next week. Please like and subscribe. Bye.